Welcome to the part 2, exposing Muffasil Islam and refuting his false allegation that he made against the Quran and Muhammad, peace be upon him. When I uploaded the first video, he had some sort of panic attack. You know what he uploaded on his channel? Look here. And then he changed it. Again, you can see it. I was honestly expecting some intellectual reply or response video from him. But again, he started with the same stories, baseless emotional arguments. He didn't put forward any evidence. The only thing he says, no, I was a prominent Islamic scholar, I was this and I was that, without any evidence. If you were a scholar, if you were a da'i, then you didn't know. Saying and pretending for 6 weeks that as an atheist is not allowed in Islam, that make you as a kafir, you are not even a proper Muslim. I'm pretty sure you didn't watch the previous video till the end. I would request you to watch this video till the end and educate yourself. Educate yourself and get off the mirage. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is still the most forgiven and the most merciful. He can forgive you, repent, and inshallah He will forgive you. In this video, I have replied his lies against Muhammad ﷺ and the marriage of Aisha, may Allah be pleased with her. From historical perspective, from the Quranic perspective, from the Sunnah, and from the non-Muslim sources. Please watch this video till the end, the part 2, and I will see you in the comment section. Every positive intellectual comment are welcome, and other trolling comments by default are going to trash. Watch second part of the video. Assalamu alaikum. So now we are going for the second allegation which are being made by this so-called atheist or ex-Muslim Muffasil Islam. That's about the marriage of Aisha, may Allah be pleased with her. Let's go in the details and look at it. Before I give you evidence from the Quran, from the Sunnah, from history, not from Muslim sources, from the non-Muslim sources, about the marriage of Aisha, that it wasn't wrong, it's just because something's wrong with our mind, we don't understand things. Let me explain to you. My brother and my sisters, I love you for the sake of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, and we are brothers in humanity. So let's have some sincere discussion. What it is. We are in 21st century, 2016. I'm sitting under AC, you're sitting under AC. And we are speaking about 7th century. How many centuries difference? Right? 7th century. So you cannot use the statistics of today to judge something in 7th century. You cannot do that. What you need to do is, you need to put yourself in the position, in the context of 7th century, and then you judge something. Correct? You get it down? Let's speak about it now. Number 1. The information that you have about Hazrat Aisha, may Allah be pleased with her, that she got engaged at 6 and the marriage was consummated at the age of 9. Who told you this? From which source you got it? Which source? Aristotle? Who? Muslims. Muslim source. Sahih Bukhari. Correct? If that was something wrong, we Muslim, we would have taken it out from our books. You wouldn't know. Correct? But it's nothing wrong. The only point I mentioned earlier, something wrong with our understanding. Let me explain each point from the Quran, from the Sunnah, and from historical sources. Number 1, Islam is not just a religion or spirituality. Read Quran, pray, fast, visit pilgrimage, or Makkah. No, it's a complete way of life, involve all aspects of life, and a solution for everything. It's a constitution institution for our life. The marriage in Islam, what are criteria for marriage? Number 1, the girl should reach the age of puberty. She should be well ready physically and psychologically for marriage. Correct? Then the marriage can consummate it. Otherwise, the marriage is not allowed in Islam. And these are laws in every country. US, the so-called most advanced country, they have the law in some state, the age of 12 is legal for a girl to get married. Huh? Age of 12. Is it shocking? No, don't be shocked. Islam being the universal religion, They don't have exact age, because we know very well scientifically that the age of puberty differs depending on the biological makeup, on the atmosphere, and the diet, the food they have. It differs. Some girls, the age of puberty 10, 12, 14. So is what Islam says, when a girl reaches the age of puberty, she has a monthly cycle, she is ready physically, psychologically, then it's fine, she can get married. What a compatible and flexible law. Anytime you reach the age of puberty, you can get married, as long as you're willing to get married. As I give you the evidence from the Quran, mentioned Surah Baqarah, chapter number 2, verse number 222, that whenever a girl age of puberty, she get married. It mentions Surah Nisa. There's a hadith. There's one hadith that a girl came to the Prophet. She says, my engagement was done before at the age of puberty. I'm still virgin. And then the Prophet presented his father. He says, ask the girl, you still want to be in this contract? You want to cancel it. She said, no, my father has made the right decision. I don't mind to be in this contract, but I just want other women to know that they can cancel their marriage if they want to, if it's been done against their will. You get the point? In Islam, if a marriage contract is done against the girl's will, she can go and cancel it anytime. So that's the Islamic law about the marriage. Now we are speaking about Hazrat Aisha, may Allah be pleased with her. It's mentioned the explanation of Imam Muslim, explanation of Muslim by Imam Nanawi. It says Book of Marriage, Hadith number 75, volume number 9, page number 207. Aisha, may Allah be pleased with her, she said, the Messenger of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala engaged with me when I was 6 years old, and then the marriage was consummated when I was 9 years old. There is a hadith that those people who claim that he got married at the age of 6, totally wrong. And the age of 9, not 6, the engagement was done at the age of 6. Imam Malik, Abu Hanifa and Shafi, the limit for the consumption for her is the female capability for sexual intercourse. What it means, they got engaged at the age of 6 and then they got married at the age of 9. So she was capable for intercourse mentally and physically, and it is nothing wrong. Let me explain more, you will understand more. When Imam Malik and Shafi and Abu Hanifa, may Allah be pleased with them all they said the limit for the consummation is a female's capability for intercourse. This includes any and all ways in which this can be defined, whether it's being fully physically or psychologically developed. So as I mentioned earlier, that all Imams and all Sahabas and in the Islamic tradition and Islamic sources, all of them says a woman when physically, mentally developed, then the marriage should be consummated. So now let's go to one more point. The second point is, people make allegations. No, she wasn't, because she played with the dolls and toys. That's why she wasn't developed physically and mentally. If she was, then why would she play with the toys and with the babies? And of course there's a hadith. Again, I said it. Who gave you this information? The Muslims. If there was something wrong with that hadith, we would have removed it. But it's not wrong. That's why it's still there. Even if something that we don't understand, we have no rights to remove something from the Quran or from the Sunnah. We can't do that. This is Islam and this is the law. Whether you are happy or not, this is what it is. But of course, it's something wrong with our mentality and with understanding, not with the Sunnah. The hadith mentioned in Sahih Bukhari, volume number 8, book number 73, hadith number 151. That Aisha, may Allah be pleased with her, she narrated by herself that I used to play with my friends with the toys, and when the Prophet of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, when he entered upon the house, my friend used to hide. Then the Prophet would call them to come and play with me. So now, do you think that means she wasn't developed mentally and psychologically for the marriage? She still want to play with the toys, that's what make her child? Let me explain more. Ibn Hajar Rahimullah, he mentioned playing with the toys has nothing to do with age. When you study Arab societies and the very other people, they used to play with the toys with their friends, and that was their society and culture. That has nothing to do with the age. Just because scholars, they have deducted, meaning that reduced, and they've not encouraged the married woman to play with the toys, it's not because to not feel their children, it's because that they should have more time for their husband and also more time to give upbringing with children and solve the matter of household, things like whatever belong to the woman. They should more focus on that instead of the toys. That's what the scholars have insisted. Not just because the women are young, and that's why they are playing. I will tell you something from my own family. In my own family, I know some of the women, they have children, but if you show them ice cream, trust me, they will jump on the bed. And sometimes they have their own playing, and you know, it doesn't prove that they are a child. No, they have children, but just because there's a culture and you don't understand, maybe you're in the West, you're in the East, speaking about 21st century and judging everything from your own perspective. No, please understand what it is. I want to give you some example from the past, from the history, from the Muslim sources, from the non-Muslim sources, that the age of marriage was really low. Not today that we have 18 or 20, even 25, for some marry even 16. I will tell you one more thing. Even today, in African countries, people die earlier, and there is a age of puberty quite earlier. In the age of 12, you will find some brothers having quite a huge beard, and they get married at the age of 10. And there's a hadith narrated by Imam Ash-Shafi, Rahimullah, the hadith meaning the saying of Imam Shafi that he witnesses. Imam Shafi Rahimullah, he said, I have seen in the city of Sana's grandmother, while she was 21, she started monthly circle at the age of 9 and gave birth to a child age of 10. And this mentioned in Sunnah al-Baqi al-Kuba, volume number 1, page number 319. So the second evidence I want to provide is Abad ibn Abad al-Muhallabi. He said that I've witnessed a woman from Muhallaba who became a grandmother at the age of 18. Can you imagine? A woman became grandmother at the age of 18. She gave birth to a child at the age of 9, and her daughter gave birth to a child at the age of 9. So she became grandmother at the age of 18. And this is, you may say, brother, you know, calm down. You Muslims, you give only references from the Muslims. What's the point? Let me give a non-Muslim source, someone that you may trust. Warren L. Bulau. He mentioned throughout history has usually coincided with the age of puberty, although at some times it has been as earlier as 7. Warren L. Bulau, PhD, DCSI RN Special Issue, Age of Consist, a Historical Review, a Journal of Psychology in Human Sexuality, Volume 6, Issue number 3, 2005, page number 25 to 46. You can go and read the journal. Non-Muslim, he is admitting that the earlier age was even 7. And there are church fathers who got married at the age of 7. And there are people in the history of England, they got married when the guy was 7, the girl was 6. And there's nothing shocking. Why you're shocked? If you're so passionate about criticism, then go and criticize the things that need to be criticized that's happening around the world. I'm going to list down more sources in the description. Please go and read each one of them. I don't want to make this video longer. It's already too long. The American President Thomas Jefferson had intimacy with the girl who was 15. So I'm stammering. It's too long speaking. Okay. So now let's speak about the third allegation he made. What was the third allegation? He said Islam is barbaric religion. Are you serious? Is it barbaric? When the Prophet Muhammad ﷺ was stoned, and what he says? These people one day be Muslim. He's not even had a bad wish for them. The Jibreel, he said, would you command I hold these mountains with the help of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala and crush them in between? No. When they returned from his own city, to his own city from where he was boycotted, and even one Sahabi says a day of revenge. He says no, it's a day of forgiveness. Would you do that to your own enemy? And then you say Islam promotes terrorism. Which war took place in the name of Islam? World War I, World War II. 500,000 children died in Iraq that took place in the name of Islam. People are dying in Palestine by the Israeli occupation that took place in the name of Islam. There are more people are dying in US. And if you calculate the shotguns been happen only 2% by the Muslim, 98 by other people, that happened by Islam. Are you even serious? Suicide bombing is promoted by Islam. No, suicide bombing is haram in Islam. In Iraq, before the American invasion, there was 0 suicide bomb record. Today, look at the number. 500,000 children died. Who killed them? Do you think Muslim? Do you think Muslim who threw nuclear weapons, bombs at people in Japan, they were Muslim? Do you think they were Muslim? Do you think Crusader who was a Muslim? Mama Sami was a Muslim? What, are you okay? Are you mentally okay? That you're saying that Islam promotes terrorism? I know there's a black sheep. And if you study our black sheep, the ISIS, you will find out that they are somebody else's agent. They are not Muslim. I, as an Afghan citizen, you talk about Al-Qaeda, you talk about Taliban, they are just a math. People are using their names. They don't even exist according to me. I'm speaking Afghan citizen and the son of sub-governor, that I know what the situation of Afghanistan is. There's a very interesting book written by Robert P. The title of the book is Dying to Win. He studied more than 88 cases, suicide cases, and he find all of them, the influence is political agendas. Religious agendas coming very later. I don't miss people misusing religion, and that are not only happening with Islam, it happened with every religion, even atheists. Even atheists. Your famous writer, he is writing, we are with Islam. We are at war with Islam. Check your facts. I don't want to speak about this because I feel like it's unnecessary. Muslims are the one who always defend since the time of Muhammad sallallahu even today. In Afghanistan, Russian tried to invade it, the Muslim defended, and they lost. And American will do so too as well. What's happening with Syria? Islam is barbaric religion. Are you even funny? Simple as this. I'm sorry for keeping you too long, and I hope you could get the whole message, and I hope you could understand it. And please, when you want to study something, study with your open heart and open mind. If you watched the video till the end, till this time, then I want to thank you for watching the video. If I've said anything that is wrong, that's from shaitan and from my own evil, as I'm human. If I've said anything good, that's from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. If I've said anything wrong, and I've represented Islam in the wrong way, may Allah forgive me, and may He suffice me against the people who show enmity towards the religion, towards His messengers. People actually are not against Prophet Muhammad sallallahu, they are against his message. You have only found 2 points about Muhammad sallallahu, and you're trying to mention everywhere who is he. What about the rest of his work, what he has done? He was the one who put end to the child. The female child was criticized. People used to put their daughters alive. People used to use their wife for their own personal reason. A woman by the name of Pandora, study her history, study Babylonian civilization, and then study Islam. Islam afflict the women. Islam give rise to everything. Islam answer every question of your life. Who are you? Why you are here? It give you the whole purpose of animals. What do you do here? The ants. It teaches you how merciful you're supposed to be with the ant. And what atheism will give you? Nothing. Get off this delusion. Get off this mirage and study about the deen. If you want to have further any discussion and you have more questions, I would love to receive email from you, and furtherly maybe we'll have a Skype discussion. Jazakallahu khair. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.